guys, good morning. We're going to make dandelion salve today. The directions say to get a double boiler, put water in it, and I've done that. Put the pan on top, turn the oil on, bring it to a boil, and then we have to take it off and let it cool down just a little bit. So right now I'm bringing it to a boil, and then we'll be right back and show you the next step. Okay, I'm back and I took it off of the eye because it started to boil. Directions said to take it off, let it cool down. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to put in my measuring on top of the double boiler. And it doesn't say specifically how much oil to put in, and I'm using coconut oil, mainly because it's what I have on hand. It said that you could use other types of oil, olive oil. There's several different types of oil you can use. But you're going to put it in your container and you're going to let it melt. Which should happen pretty fast. So I'm going to try that much. That's probably a cup of oil. And once it melts, I'm going to take my dandelions, which I picked the other day, and let air dry. And all those dandelions that I picked ended up being put into a quart jar. And they're dry, ready to go. So as soon as the oil melts, I'm going to put this all in. Okay, we're back again. And the oil has melted. And I'm just going to pick it up and show. It is not a solid color anymore. It is a liquid. And I'm going to put in my quart of dandelions. Going to mix it up. Make sure that it's all saturated in there. I'm thinking I should have used more oil. So I may go ahead and cheat a little bit and put more oil in here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cheat and put more oil in, and then I'm just going to let it sit there and in the oil until the oil turns yellow, and then I'll let it cool down and we'll come back after that. Okay, so I let it infuse in the oil on the stove, and then I took it out and just dumped every little bit I could into the strainer, and I'm using a jelly bag strainer, into a quart jar, and I've got a rubber band placed around the top, and I'm just gently pressing down to get all of the oil out, and I'm going to let it sit there and drip and strain until we get back from our mug and walk. We're going to go look for some mushrooms. So I have the coconut oil that's infused with dandelions, and to that I added 1 ounce of our beeswax, and I measured it out and weighed it on a scale, and I put 1 ounce in there already, and it is melting. And as soon as it all is melted and dissolved, we are going to add 1 or 2 drops of essential oil. And we have to decide which smell we like the best. So as soon as this melts, we'll add the essential oils and pour it into the container. Okay, so the beeswax is melted into the oil, and we're going to give you a close-up of what it looks like. And it's melted, and now we're going to add 2 drops, and we decided on the essential oil called tea tree. Has a long name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So we're going to put tea tree, and I just put 2 drops because essential oil is very concentrated. And now we're going to let that stir in for a moment, and we are going to pour it into our little containers, and it should set up and harden a little bit, and we should end up with some Dandelion salve. It is the beeswax that will make it harden. That's why you have to add it. I'm ending up with more than what I thought I was going to end up with. There is a little bit of residue down in the bottom. I'm not going to let that go into my salve. And there we have it. Now I want to show you one more thing. I told you we were going to go on a mushroom walk, and we went on about a 2.5-hour mushroom walk. Didn't start out as mushroom, well, it did sort of start out as a mushroom walk. And we went up this steep hillside where I did fall, but recovered, and we found some nice morel mushrooms, and around here we call them muggins. And we will let them soak overnight in some salt water, clean them up tomorrow, fry them, put them on some hamburgers, and have mushroom Swiss burgers tomorrow evening for supper. You guys have a good day. Love you. Bye-bye.